This is the magic room. Look at this.
The magic room.
This is a nice, great office.
It's a good office, huh? This conference room is where we do health coaching, group classes. We do a lot of workshops with individuals in the community that are looking to get their name out. So it's kind of a community room that we have.
Hi, Amanda.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good, how are you?
Great. You go to class?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. The door for you.
Thank you so much.
What class is this?
So this is our studio, and this is adaptive yoga. So this class originally started for individuals with Parkinson's, and now it's just evolved to a class that anybody can take that maybe is having troubles getting down onto the ground. So we're using a lot of props and chairs and kind of creating that opportunity I was kind of saying earlier, no excuses. You know, you might not be able to do a regular yoga class, but you can definitely do this adaptive yoga class. So everyone, all walks of life. So this is the studio. We do bar classes, we do body pump, we do TRX, we do Zumba, everything you can kind of think of we do in this room. How are you guys?
Good.
Good.
Looking forward to a class.
I know, I'm so excited. So excited.
Yes, Michelle is a great teacher.
How are you?
Enjoy your class.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, so the Hope Center's here, along with, we probably have 5 or 6 more behavioral therapists, so mental health experts. We've got the Hyperbaric Chamber is here. It's kind of a healing chamber with oxygen infused to help people heal faster. We've got chiropractors. We've got an MRI machine, art, you know, active release technology. We're dog friendly. What are you doing, buddy? So this is our no excuses side.
All right.
Right, so we've got a machine for everybody, I feel like. Upper body bike to Aerodyne to what Bruce is working on over there, a cable machine, to we have a rehabilitation treadmill, which essentially means that the belt on the treadmill goes both directions, forward and backwards, so people can walk uphill and then they can also walk downhill, which is neat, so that's helpful. We've got, you know, your step machine, a revolving step machine and ellipticals and whatnot. This is our functional side, so we even have like a little kind of playground apparatus, right? Jungle gym, you can climb up and down the pegboard here, you can do squats, you've got the trampoline with medicine balls, you got a little bit of everything, which is really fun. And then cable machines and a weightlifting platform, which of course a bunch of dumbbells. And then around here this is where we do our cycling classes, but when we're not doing our cycling classes, it creates a great opportunity for personal trainers to work with clients. So Brian over there is one of our trainers. Believe it or not, he's actually doing a workout with this client's here.
All right, what's next?
Okay. We have locker rooms, sauna, steam, changing room, which I think speak for themselves. So let's go down to the Performance Center. So we're in between classes right now. But one of the interesting pieces about the Performance Center that I love the most is that when you look around, people say, where's the equipment? And that's the purpose of the Performance Center, is that we use bands and medicine balls, and you'll see that there's a pair of weights right there. It's 30 pounds. Those are the heaviest dumbbells that we have down here, because the emphasis is on, yes, high intensity training, but also working through injuries without compensations. So we, as humans, our bodies adapt, and they're very good at compensating. So if we throw in movements that people aren't used to, and we add heavy weights to it, people are more likely to compensate until they get injured. And so we look to alleviate that and look to improve people's performance in all activities, not just within this room here. So an example is I did the half growler last year in Gunnison. I finished just under 5 hours. I did it this year, so I trained all summer and winter here in the Performance Center in addition to biking, and I cut an hour off of my time. Yep, and
Wow.
I attribute it to this. I mean, mountain biking is a very, it's a punchy sport. What I mean by that is you're going up, you're technical, it's really hard, you're breathing heavy, you're pushing hard, and then you're having fun flowing through, and then it's really hard and technical and throwing through, and that's interval training, right? At its peak. So we're doing intervals down here of 15 seconds to 2 minutes. So training my body to adapt to it and that response to it, right? When does my body start to produce lactic acid? What's my threshold? How do I make that threshold higher? How do I train within my abilities? And how do I not get hurt, right? Overuse injuries, I think, are a really big issue with athletes these days. And so having the coaches down here is really important, right? So I'm a cyclist, right? So this is the position that I'm in, right? Often, for, in terms of the grally for 4 hours at a time. I should not be doing anything that is making this worse. This is overuse, right? So if I came down here and I did squats all day, overuse injury, right? So for me, I'm doing, posterior work. So I'm looking to open up the hips and strengthen the back of my body and strengthen my arms. And, I'm also here, right? So how do I open up the chest more? That's where the cross training comes in down here.
Cool.
Is that I'm on the bike, I'm in a certain position. So how does this complement? You can only eat an elephant one bite at a time. That's the best way to describe it. So I have to plan, prepare, and execute, which means that I've got to put something together that I'm going to do that day, and then I just need to stick with it. And knowing that I need to do my best with that is the important piece, is that I'm going to push myself as hard as I can, and then knowing that that's enough. And the next day, I'm going to try hard there, and if I don't have the energy or whatever, then it is what it is. So that's the challenge, and that's human nature, is that we can always do better, and we can always do more. But how do we do enough to be satisfied and stay positive and know that we're doing something that's good for ourselves in the long run? And how do we see that bigger picture, I think, is the really, really important piece to see. My name is Amanda Wagner. I'm the president of TAC Fitness, Wellness, and Performance Center. Come change your life.
To learn a better or the best way of doing anything is to watch and analyze the skill of an expert. Expert.